of the signs for so long. Just a reminder to hold on. Ain't gonna cry or go home. Stay strong, yeah. Walls keep closing in, closing in. I keep going in, going in. See that I'm gonna be the first, but they praying that I won't let. And you know that I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. I get better when I wanna get better. If you do it good, I'ma do it better.
Oh, when the Saints go marching in. Oh, when the Saints go marching in.
Told myself I was the champion, went and got the medals. I showed the world my true colors, and they was black.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the New Orleans Saints. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And good coverage there on special teams as they're getting down shy of the 20.
At their own 19-yard line.
Bronco 80. Buffalo 18.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
Yeah, and you think back to the success he had throwing the football in the win last week, so naturally, he's going to come out throwing here, but that time, they couldn't connect.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll drop the throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, then they might get hit with a screen. Maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step, and if you do that, that's a win for that play.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Taking it about the 16. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. They'll go play action here with Penix. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It may be cliche, but it is something that holds up over time, doesn't it? If you're the visitors, you don't want to let the crowd in the game early.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they did there. But you said also this defense, they're going to give them a lot of looks like we just saw there, aren't they?
They certainly are. They're a proud unit, and they're going to ride the momentum of this crowd with them, and that's why they got after them early.
They'll throw with Penix. He finds his man complete. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Saints. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Here's Penix. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And take it right on the 30. And a 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
Here we go.
And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Ready.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Get it. Cougar 19. Ready.
A first carry for Rashad White. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. You talk about this Falcon defense. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make, because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll early. Chip away at their timing.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
77. Panther 60.
First down, here's White. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down. The Saints at 500, sitting at 5-5. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Here's 2nd and 8. And he fires one incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
68, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler.
They'll look to throw. This ball complete to Trey Palmer. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. A play fake. Now Penix looking deep downfield. And it's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Robinson up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And looking to throw, Penix. That's going to be caught. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there, with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Falcons are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Point after try forthcoming. He's got it. We'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Trey Palmer, 71 yards. And the Saints are able to move back in front. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A two-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Blake Grupe to kick off for the Saints.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated.
And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts with career touchdown number 60. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big stroke like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
Rashid Shaheed on the return. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down-the-field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Ready.
They'll go up the middle with White. Through the juke. That's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Mustang 19. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Cowboy 80. 7 Pirates. 7 Pirates. 18 Pioneer.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 19 Lions.
He'll look to throw. He gets it over the middle to Palmer. And the Saints are going to be set up with a first and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field. And just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
Not 60 Bison, 60, 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Juwan Johnson, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Saints have yet again retaken the lead. Gruby for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead.
The score is Saints 17, Falcons 14. Mike Gruby to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Gruby to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
These two teams, they met in Atlanta earlier in the year with the Falcons winning that game. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep. 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Street.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. It looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Third down and 10. To the air, Penix. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Jonas Sanker.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Let's go now. Mustang 19. Dragon 60. 70 Ranger, 70 Ranger.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He completes it to Olave. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Rig alert, rig alert. Go.
White running to the left. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 2nd and 3.
Get it. 19, Cougar 19. Ready, Lions. Ready.
They stay on the ground and play. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, and go for a touchdown. The runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Go. 19, 18. Warriors 70. Ready.
They'll set up to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Palmer. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
60 Bison. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bobcats.
2nd and 3. And it's caught. Touchdown, Saints. From 40 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The point after, good by Groupie. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
14. Blake Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead. Over the dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Penix. He finds his man, complete. It's Weiss. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Now Penix. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. He's going to have the first down and more than that. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A big play there on the catch and run. 34 yards.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He finds his man complete. It's Weiss. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. 2nd down and 3. From the shotgun, it's Penix. This will be caught at about the 5. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
To throw again is Penix. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So the late touchdown there, and that certainly changes things as we move toward halftime.
Yeah, and there's a potential for things to change even more because, remember, they get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So they can potentially double up here and take the lead. A great opportunity for them.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And they're on 17-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they may just be content to take this 3-point lead and head into the locker room.
Cup 19, Cup 19, go!
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
Bronco 80. Mustang 19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Throw left side, taken in by Palmer. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Panther 60, Panther 79 Broncos. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Going up top. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Buffalo 18. Viking 18.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, you know, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of...
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. 65 yards. And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Saints 24.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he's able to get it across the 20 to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
70 Lions. 19 tight. 19 tight. Ready.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. It's caught at the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Trey Palmer, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Saints have retaken a third-quarter lead. Here's Groupie for the PAT. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Saints 31, Falcons 28.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34.
34-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me at that point, it's not about schemes, it's not about what's called from the sideline, it's about players. Who's going to make a play, make a stand, and stop this offense from doing what they've been doing?
Play fake, and they'll throw with Penix. He sets to fire deep. At the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there, with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Falcons have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Koo now for the point after. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 31, Saints 31. Younghoe Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
19.
Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. 57 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
So 3rd down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Panther 11, Panther 11. Ready.
Back to throw here. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Arises on to punt here as he gets this one away. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll throw with Penix. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Penix. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Palmer. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. They'll go with the keeper. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Saints take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Groupie able to add the PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Penix working out of the gun here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach, frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. He'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early to have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Operating from the gun, Penix. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Now 3rd down and very long. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. And looking to throw, Penix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the 1st down.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. A give left side to Robinson. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11 now. They'll run this one right with Robinson. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
By the way, you'd be looking at about a 47-yarder from here as they come up on an important 3rd down. Looking to throw. Touchdown! A great play there. 30 yards. And the Falcons answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Coup for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Makes the score Falcons 42, Saints 38.
touchdown. Here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the fourth quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Viking 18. Ranger, 70 Ranger, 65 Cat, 60. Ready,
they'll look to throw. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, that plays a statistic that's going to go on the defensive team stat sheet. Won't necessarily reflect in ours, right, the overall game sheet. But you and I know that they keep count on pressures, hits on quarterbacks, all those things, hoping to increase that throughout the game. And here we are in the fourth quarter, and they got a big one.
Yeah, it's such a close game, a very big one. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
18, 5 in.
They'll drop the throw. And this pass broken up. But the contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 8. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On 3rd down, Penix from the gun. He's going to let this one go deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on first down. It's caught. This is White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Get it. 70 Timberwolves. Check smash. Check smash.
He'll look to throw. Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
10 yards to go.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they were very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is third and long.
Cougar 19. Riggs. 18. 60 Maverick. 60 Maverick.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And, oh, no, he lost the football. And the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Alontae Taylor.
Penix's pass. Intercepted. The Saints take over first and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Here we go. Here we go. 60 Bison. 60.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. It'll be a gain of 5. And it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 27-yard line.
Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check, 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 check. Ready to go.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
Check. 60 Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight. Rig alert. Rig alert.
They'll set up to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Here we go. Check. Bronco 80. Check out.
Going right side is White. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
They come up now on 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. 70 Lions. Street, street.
Opting to run again here with White. Oh, no, he lost the football. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it, and somehow he got to it and was able to recover it for his squad.
Come on, come on. Set, 65, Viking, 18. Trap 60, trap 60. Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Hawk. Ready.
White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Get it. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They'll look to throw. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Late Groupie to kick off for the Saints.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game. A critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that. That could finish things off for them.
Sets up the screen to Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is 3rd down. to throw. That's caught by Pitts. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So that is going to tie an NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. It was first done by Sid Luckman of the Bears in 1943, then by Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 54, and now that mark equaled here in this one. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set. Panthers.
He's back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th. Wow. That is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 40, right around the 39, so solid starting field position. This is 1st and 10. To the air, Penix. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record at 5. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Falcons 56, Saints 52.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Down. Viking 18. Go Street. Buffalo 18. Ready?
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Ready? 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's throwing it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons. And a little bit of a surprise, they lose the turnover battle, but wind up winning the ball game.
And this is very unusual because you know all teams stress winning the turnover battle as a key indicator to winning ball games. So when you get something that goes against the grain like the one we saw here, it's quite the oddity. Now let's face it, they'll be very happy that they pulled this off, but they do know that in the future, they've got work on taking care of the football because this won't happen very often.
So for the Falcons, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Saints, it's starting to look like it won't be their year as they drop to 5-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.